What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Brewer Opera, coming to you all with a tarot reading. Thank you all. First of all, let me say thank you all for sticking with me and rocking with me throughout the ordeal that I've just gone through. Shout out to those of you who showed love and gave me your condolences with my granddaughter's death. I appreciate y'all and thank you for the love that you've shown me. Me and my family very much so appreciate it. Now that we've got all that out the way, I hope that you all are all subscribed to my channel. And if you ain't subscribed to my channel and you're here watching, just go ahead and subscribe. It's free. I promise everything for right now is free on this page, baby. Go ahead and get these little messy little readings that I be putting out. Because, child, today's reading, now, I didn't do really too much zodiac pulling on them, but today's reading is gonna be over Miss Netta and Charles, honey. And yes, we got that one recommended to me. Like somebody asked me, "Can you do a reading over Miss Netta and Charles?" And I mean, I got some other readings coming, but they asked me to do this one. And I mean, it does not take you to be spiritually inclined to see what's going on here, but we're gonna just go into the depths of what's going on. And Miss Netta gonna reject this reading, y'all. She ain't gonna like this reading at all. I know somebody gonna tag her in this reading. She ain't gonna like this reading. She gonna feel like I'm being judgmental and I'm saying things that may not necessarily be true. But girl, this is just conjecture. So if you get upset, that means that I must be telling some truth and spilling some teas, huh? And tea is exactly what I came here to spill, honey. But like I said, Miss Netta gonna hear what she want to hear regarding this reading, or even her fans. They're going to hear what they want to hear regarding this reading and getting their feelings. And of course, they gonna talk some shit about me, but I don't care because this is what your cards have given you, honey. And this is what the universe is saying, honey. And not only is it the universe, it's your ancestors because it appears that Netta has a history of attaching herself to romantic situations with men that are always, almost all of the time, fruitless. And that's no different than the things that women, we allow ourselves to go through. But it's on the same tier. And I'll say this, y'all, remove sexuality and all of that aside. If Miss Netta was truly a woman, like a cisgendered biological woman, y'all would be calling Miss Netta a real life pick me. But somehow y'all are supporting this foolishness and knowing that there's something amiss with Charles. And I ain't shitting on Miss Netta's man, her husband, whatever she want to call him, because whatever, it ain't legal and it ain't gonna never get to be legal. But I ain't shitting on him. But some people do things or affix themselves to you in opportunistic fashions. And Miss Netta spending a whole lot of paper and bread and shit, and she over there taking care of Charles like that's her son and shit. And this ain't that, but this ain't the first time Netta done did some shit. But let's get on off into these readings. We ain't gonna stick with them cards too goddamn much because I don't want y'all like, damn, hurry up and get to it. Well, you fast forward, bitch, and find it. What is it that Miss Netta and Charles seek? Y'all say in this relationship. I mean, normal shit out of a relationship. They each seek some form of companionship. They seek some enjoyment and fun. As y'all can see, Miss Netta and Charles, they go out of town, they do things, they kick it, they do shit. But on the spiritual level and on a realistic level, they each are seeking two different things. Whereas that Miss Netta feels like this may be her at last and shit. And you see how she calls Charles her husband. So this is more of what that is. She feels like Charles is her at last and he is the balance that she's seeking. This is what Miss Netta is seeking from this relationship. She's seeking family, seeking to be a housewife, all of that shit that comes along with being chosen, if you will. On the other hand, Charles is not. Charles is pretty much a free man. Although he is in a relationship with Miss Netta, he still views himself as a free man. And he knows that this situation is not going to work out. He's just in it to get what it is that he's there to get and whatever it is that Miss Netta is giving him. So they very much so are unequally yoked and are wasting each other's motherfucking time. I'll just go ahead and say it as it is. And Charles is just there to get whatever it is that Miss Netta is going to provide, be it money, fame, whatever the fuck, however the fuck long it's going to be. He's there in an opportunistic fashion, and this is exactly what her ancestors feel. Miss Netta is very, very protected, though, y'all. I want to point that out. She is protected by 3 generations of women. And although I know y'all are like, oh, do they know that Miss Netta is gay and da 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 da? Yeah, they knew. This is usually in the way that I'm interpreting these cards. This is mama, grandmama, and great grandmama. They definitely know who the fuck Miss Netta is and what Miss Netta was. But they're showing up in Miss Netta's pool on this end because they're concerned about Miss Netta. And this is Miss Netta coming in this Mother of Baskets. That is the Queen of Cups for you all that follow along with this deck. And if you know the other cards, go back and you can call them as they are. But I'm sorry, I forgot to do that. But let me finish. This Miss Netta is showing up as the Mother of Baskets because she is exactly as I said, wanting to be a wife, cared for, somebody's mother, if you will. Not necessarily them wanting to be a parent or Miss Netta wanting to be somebody's parent right now, but she wants someone to care for. She wants someone to take care of. And this has almost always been Miss Netta's behavior. And this is why her ancestors, those three women that are standing around her and protecting her, her ancestors, this is their major concern with Miss Netta, with this situation with him, or with any man that Miss Netta seems to find herself in. Let me show y'all what it is. This is Miss Netta being protected by mama, grandmama, and great grandmama. They are concerned, like, yo, Netta has a history of being in situations where she traps herself with these men. And in a way, they feel like these are her 3 ancestors now. They feel like she's trapping herself, or she's now entangled herself with, again, yet another young man who is manipulative and playing games with her. They feel like Charles is a liar. And in the end, he's going to embarrass Netta greater than she's ever been embarrassed before by a situation. And not only that, and I'm going to get off into those cards, they feel like Charles is very much so opportunistically gay. Whereas that Netta is here and in love and big in this relationship up, and she's getting fame and shit from what she's doing too. But although Netta is in this situation and looking to be this queen of the house and being a wife or whatever the fuck, Charles is there to get exactly what it is that he came to get out of this situation, and it's not love. It's why the 3 of Swords is present, the 3 of Knives, if you will. But let's leave Netta's ancestors present so y'all can see what they are speaking on and what they are saying. They are concerned about Miss Netta because she got this history of this shit. She's got a history of always affixing herself to a man that ain't no damn good. So here's Charles's family on the other hand. They're coming off with the Bishop C. Harmon card, Mason, excuse me, card. That's the Hierophant card. They're coming off very, very judgmental, and they've been very judgmental and very cutthroat, if you will, regarding his sexuality, which has made Charles be childish in approach and childish in the way that he deals with relationships. The Son of Knives is no more than the Prince of Swords. That is the King of Swords' son. And on the lower or reverse edge of the King or the Son of Knives, this person is hurting. This person is hurting because they're not accepted. They are maybe a black sheep. Charles may be the black sheep of the family because he sure in the fuck is being rejected and judged by his family. But the thing is, Charles has been the way he is since he was a little boy. He's always been interested in men. The people that are judging him are like older members of his family, like not necessarily his father, but father figures, maybe grandfathers and uncles and shit. And that one female who is not with the shits, whomever she is, they are the ones that are rejecting of Charles's sexuality and who he is, and they are rejecting this relationship as a whole with Miss Netta because they don't feel like it's traditional with the Hierophant card showing up as the Bishop C.H. Mason. Excuse me, I keep saying Harmon. But Bishop C.H. Mason, that's judgment. That's traditional family. They feel like this relationship is not traditional, if you will. And I mean, in the world of 2023, damn, people, I mean, 2024, excuse me, people are going to love who the fuck they love. But Charles's family, they ain't with the shits. They feel like the relationship is a very toxic or demonic situation simply because it's two men, if you will. They're not necessarily addressing the fact that the situation is toxic because Charles is over here using Miss Netta and attempting to get what he can get, honey. There he is showing up as the king of coins with the two of coins. He's trying to make sure there's something legally established from Miss Netta. Possibly a house or some shit. He's not gonna marry Miss Netta. I know Miss Netta is running around, this my husband and da 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 da. That's not what's going on. Charles is literally biding his time, honey, and waiting and sitting back, getting what it is that he can get. Like her family's concerns are, he is very opportunistically gay, and he is benefiting from every dime that Miss Netta earns or Miss Netta brings in the house. So where's that Miss Netta sitting back thinking, oh, I'm gonna sit back, be a housewife, and wait for things to occur with Charles? Charles is working her and making sure that he touches every dollar or every type of any type of financial gain Charles gets a part of. And when the fame ends or when the money runs out or the money gets low, Charles is going to dip out, honey. Charles will be out. But you can't tell Miss Netta that. But you can't tell Miss Netta that, honey, because she feel like this man love her. So she going to continue to cuss us out and talk shit to us and defend this shitty ass relationship while being delusional, if you will. Y'all know the seven of baskets is the seven of cups. Like, you can see that there's some delusional shit going on. She's thinking that this relationship is going to turn into some marriage and shit. And while Netta has her goddamn head up in the clouds and enjoying the success and fame that this newfound fame and shit that she's got going on with this relationship or surrounding this relationship, her ancestors are worried because this is a very karmic ass relationship going on between her and Charles. Again, remember I said that her family members are concerned because she always affixes herself to a man that hurts her, regardless. So here she is now with this opportunistically gay man with, right now things are working, but when shit falls apart and shit hits the fan, he gonna definitely dip out on Miss Netta. This relationship is toxic. This ain't going nowhere. Y'all know this is just one of those relationships that just happen. Miss Netta gonna always keep her a man, but this relationship ain't gonna last with Charles because there's a whole lot of arguing and fighting shit going on any goddamn way. Charles does a lot to disrespect and maybe hurt Miss Netta or does things that Miss Netta doesn't approve of, or she's traditional. She likes that relationship like shit. Charles ain't necessarily doing that in front of the cameras. Yeah, they're presenting this united front and things or whatever, like they getting along and shit is good. But honey, no, they not. They over there fighting. And what are they fighting over, honey? The possession of Charles's dick, because Charles is out here fucking around, honey. Look at that. The wands are always masculine energy and represent the phallus and shit, and so does the swords. But this is what it is, honey. They fighting over the possession of Charles's dick and who owns it, so to speak. Of course, it's Charles's dick, but it's a thing of he's like, I can do whatever I want to do. And yes, of course, this is Charles's member and this is attached to him. But the thing is, Netta gets upset because Charles is not altogether faithful to her. Not altogether bullshit. He's not faithful at all to her. And that's an issue with her. She feels like, I take care of you, with the Temperance card showing up as the father of sins. I take care of you. I house you. I've put you on. I put you in a place of money. I've done everything to make you a whole man, if you will, because that's what she does. Netta has the mothering spirit. That's what she's coming up as. She is a Gemini, but she presents very much as a Cancer, and she is taken care of. She likes to take care of people. But that's the issue. And not only that, honey, Charles a switch hitter, honey. Now, if it's cheating, this nigga be cheating, big cheating on both sides of the fence, honey. He's very, very bisexual, okay? That two of one shows that he'll flip in and out of a man or a woman's bed, but he's most assuredly cheating. The three of baskets is the three of cups, and here he is as the daughter of sticks. Not calling him gay, but that's that Sagittarian energy that be on go mode. And Charles likes people that are on go mode. What does he like? Mother of coins. That's the Queen of Pentacles. Reverse it, y'all. That is a whore. He the looser the better, honey. The more for the streets the person is, the more better he'll go and he'll chase that person, and that's who he'll lay up with. And what am I saying, honey? He likes the bottoms. He likes the effeminate boys that are the bottoms. Here they are right here, honey. You know, see with the coins energy, he likes them. They may be trade, if you will, or maybe that's him that comes off as trade because he might be a versy too, but he doesn't give up the energy of a man who receives, if you will. So it's more so he likes bottoms. He likes the trans girls, and the trans girls are really, really, really a problem for Miss Netta because he gets the best of both worlds. He likes the trans girls, though he has a type with them. He likes the trans girls with the maybe the white trans girls, maybe, or maybe the I don't want to say Hispanic because this isn't giving Hispanic, more like Native American, maybe this person is that he has maybe had a history with, but this is the type of trans woman he likes. He likes that foreign look, if you will. And also he likes women still, honey. He black, white, it don't matter. He does not discriminate, honey. Charles will sleep with everybody and then go home and sleep with Miss Netta. And that's the issue. Miss Netta doesn't want to face the facts that he is really truly out here doing these things, or she knows that this is going on, but she wants to fake like shit is all good and she ain't worried about none of that. And that's what her relatives are worried about. That's what her ancestors is warning her, honey. This relationship is toxic and it's gonna come to a crashing end, honey. Everything I suppose that she's built with him is gonna be magnified and put on blast, and that's gonna show the end of their relationship. And that's the end of our reading, y'all. Be careful of these karmic relationships. They only end in one way, honey.